The election is sometime before May 24. I notice you thank the journalist for not asking about the timing. Unfortunately, I'm going to, you're not going to thank me. So I've been intrigued by recent language from your finance minister, where she talks about, quote, the next budget update is March 25. She's not saying the budget is March 25. Are you planning for a potential April election as opposed to May?
No, the budget's scheduled for March 25.
So we will have a budget?
The budget's scheduled for March 25.
That's when it's scheduled. It doesn't mean you have to deliver it. Are we going to have a budget?
Well, it's scheduled. We're working through, the ERC met this week. We're working through the proposals that will form a part of that budget. Of course, we had a budget as well in MyEFO, the mid-year economic forecast, contained some budget measures in December. Mine is a government that works each and every day because the challenges that we face on the economy, as well as delivering, making sure that the economy isn't viewed as something that's separate from people. It's not just a series of statistics and figures that don't relate to people's quality of life, and that's why we've worked so hard to make sure that people aren't left behind, and that also we build opportunity, that people aren't held back.
But if you go to the election without a budget, you'll look like you're squibbing it, won't you?
Oh, look, Andrew, we haven't squibbed anything. What we've done is work each and every day. And I've said, you were probably asking me questions in the middle of last year about an election being held in August or September or October. I have said consistently the whole way through that I think that 3 years is too short. And indeed, this time last year is the anniversary of Peter Dutton not just opposing our tax cuts for every taxpayer, but saying that we should have an election based upon that commitment that we had. That was before it, of course, went through.
Is it true that late last year you actually considered a very early election this year, and that party officials kind of said that's probably not the best idea?
This is all nonsense, Andrew. You can speculate all you like. I've said consistently, on the record, time after time when asked, that 3 years is too short.
Could we get another surplus?
Look, Andrew, we will. You'll get to see figures. But, of course, we've delivered 2 more surpluses than the former government did after they promised a surplus in their first year and every year thereafter.
Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has declined to confirm whether a pre-election budget will be ahead of the next federal election. During a recent interview, Albanese maintained a firm stance when pressed about the government's plans, deflecting questions about the election timeline and the possibility of a budget preceding it. When asked about speculation of an April election, Albanese clarified that the federal budget is currently scheduled for March 25th. The budget is scheduled for March 25th. That's when it's set, he stated. However, he added that scheduling a budget doesn't necessarily guarantee its delivery. Albanese emphasized that his government remains focused on day-to-day governance, addressing pressing economic challenges while ensuring Australians are supported. The ERC, Expenditure Review Committee, met this week, and we are working through proposals that will form part of the budget, he said. He pointed to the December mid-year economic forecast, which included various budget measures, as evidence of the government's ongoing commitment to economic management. We are a government that works every single day to ensure the economy is not just about statistics or figures. It's about people's quality of life, making sure no one is left behind while building opportunities for those who may feel held back, Albanese said. In response to suggestions that going to the election without delivering a budget could be seen as avoiding responsibility, Albanese remained unshaken. Look, Andrew, we haven't squibbed anything. We've worked consistently and will continue to do so, he countered. Albanese dismissed claims of contemplating an early election this year, labelling them as baseless. This is all nonsense. People can speculate as much as they like. I've said time and time again, 3 years is too short, he reiterated. Reflecting on his government's achievements, Albanese was quick to highlight their economic performance. We've delivered more budget surpluses than the previous government, who promised a surplus in their first year and every year after that, but never delivered, he noted. While the Prime Minister refrained from offering a definitive answer about the election date, his comments underline a broader message. The government is prioritising governance and economic stewardship over political timing. As speculation continues, Australians are left with the assurance that their government remains committed to its responsibilities, focusing on policy outcomes that directly impact people's lives. Whether or not a budget will precede the next election remains to be seen, but Albanese's consistent refusal to be drawn into election timing debates reinforces his broader message of accountability and service. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on stories that matter. Until next time.